Hi guys, so today was wash day, and as you could probably notice, I've had my hair in braids while it was drying. It's mainly just to protect it and make sure that it stays not knotty, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to be talking about my hair care routine because a lot of my friends are like, oh my god, I'm jealous, how do you keep it so nice, why is it so shiny, why don't you have any split ends, your hair's so long, how do you do it, blah 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 ad nauseum. So I'm going to share a few of my rules for my hair care routine as well as my wash. So I'm going to start with the things I do to wash my hair. First, the night before, I start with coconut oil. It doesn't matter what brand you get as long as it's 100% coconut oil. And I start about here, which is just below my shoulder, and then go all the way down, which is past my waist. So it's a good 8 or 9 inches, I don't know. I've never taken a ruler to my hair. So that goes on the night before, and because coconut oil has a lot of protein in it, and hair is made out of protein, it just helps with the condition of your hair and its strength and things like that. So there's that. And on the day of a special hair wash, I will use Roots, which, because I've got very thick hair, it helps with hair fall and makes your hair look more voluminous. It's from Lush and it's really, really expensive, but it is worth it, especially if you have very thin hair or a lot of hair fall, just to make you look like you've got more body. I've got thin hair and a lot of it, and it's really, really long, so sometimes it looks flat because it gets very heavy because of the length. So on special days I use Roots, and that's usually the days where I'm going to wear my hair out and try and look like some freaky mermaid or like the Lord of the Rings chicks with the really long hair and the braids and stuff. That's what this is for. Getting on to shampoo, and the Roots I leave on for about a half an hour. So yeah, only special occasions, because who wants to spend like 3 or 4 hours on their hair, right? I love Juicy. I give it a good foam. I only use like the size of a 5-cent piece and it foams like crazy. But it's great. It's vegan. It's cruelty free. I think it's vegan. It's from Lush, so you can... Oh yeah, it is vegan. It's got their little sign on it. And it lasts forever, so it's great. And it's great for getting rid of all the oil and the product buildup. I'll call it product buildup because I don't use chemicals on my hair, like parabens, SLS, all of that kind of stuff. Now, because I've got really long hair, the whole shampoo process makes it pretty damn knotty. So I grabbed some Organic Care, which is again cruelty-free, vegan, Australian made and owned, supports sustainable palm oil, and has a 100% recycled bottle, just like all the Lush products have recycled packaging. So I get that, and I get a wide tooth comb, and I start at the bottom, and I work my way up until there's no knots. And then I put on the shower as cold as I can stand it and rinse. The cold water helps the hair follicles lay flat because they kind of go like with the cold and they expand in heat. So hot water for cleansing, cold water for rinsing is a little bit of a rule with me. And then when I want to put my hair in braids, I get a finer tooth comb and section it and braid both sides just to make sure that it's not going to get knotty while it's drying. And then between washes I use a boar bristle brush just to get the oil from the top of my head all the way down so that my hair is nice and conditioned, and boar bristles make your hair nice and shiny, and although I have just made my hair really boofy now because it was in braids. But yeah, boar bristles are great. Between washes also, I use some Too Chic Leave-In Conditioning Style and Elixir in Blackberry and Coconut Milk by Giovanni Eco Hair Care. Eco Chic Hair Care, actually. And this is from lovethyself.com.au, which is an eco-friendly health and beauty site. And that's actually really, really good. And if I get a little bit much in the bottom here, I will use my boar bristle brush, or if I don't really have like clumps of hair just like soaking up more than the others, I just go over it with my boar bristle brush and spread it out really nicely. That's another thing that is good for. Now with styling, if I've got like a really special occasion and I want my hair to be nice curls, like mermaid curls or anything like that, I will get a section of my hair and one of my favourite little things called a pin curl clip, which is a clip that doesn't really damage your hair much. It doesn't have the teeth of the alligator clip, so it's not going to cut your hair accidentally, like give you a little bit of split ends or anything like that. So they're great. I go over with some Joico, this is Turn and Flip High Hold Finishing Spray. I give it a little bit of a blast, and I make a loop, and I just go all the way up to the top of my head, like this, and it kind of looks like a victory roll, and I just pin it to my head, and then wait for it to dry, and no, that's not clipped very well, but it's just for demonstration. And then I let it dry, and it dries in the curl, and it stays that way. I try to avoid using heat on my hair wherever possible, but if I do use heat, I use VS Sassoon curling and straightening irons and hairdryer with temperature control. And I use the lowest possible temperature to achieve the style because, as we know, heat damages hair. Another thing that can damage hair really badly is elastic and metal joined together hair ties. I don't use those. I use ones like this and little scrunchies, which are my favourite because they're really cute. Big scrunchies because I've got a lot of hair and putting it up in a messy bun, you need something huge to hold it. I make clips by covering up pin curls, and this one's just holding my fringe back so that it doesn't look derpy. Now, another thing I don't do is colour my hair, because bleach and ammonia and all the other things in those products will damage hair. It's a given. If you're going to bleach your hair is going to get dry, it's going to get brittle, and I'm no time for that. So I leave that alone. If people ask me, hey, can I dye my hair without damaging it, I'll go, oh, well, Lush have these products. There's Caca Rouge, Caca Marron, and Caca Noir. They're based on henna and indigo, which are plants, so they're plant dyes. And they also have, I think it's shea butter, but they'll either make your hair red, a very mahogany brown, or black. And the one thing with these dyes is you cannot bleach them out. If you try and bleach out Caca Rouge, your hair will go bright orange. And so on and so forth. I've seen people try and dye out indigo and their hair has gone green. So if you choose a henna or indigo dye, you have to stick with it until it grows out, because there's no going back from it. So that's why I don't really dye my hair because I like the colour as it is. It's a nice auburn and the sun catches it and it's very fiery red. It's a little bit low light here, but it's a fairly decent reddish brown in low light. I think this is low light. So that's why I don't dye my hair, and a lot of people ask if I do dye my hair red, and I go, nope, because they see me in all different lights and they go, why is your hair different? Because different lighting makes your hair look different. That's just a thing. Also, diet also will affect your hair, medication, and if you're stressed or anything like that. So I am on some medications that will make hair fall out, and I'm very, very careful with the other parts of my diet to make sure that my hair is staying healthy so that it doesn't fall out, and I'm very careful to avoid stress where it's possible. So if you think that you may need a hair, skin and nails supplement, because some people say, oh, your hair is very thin, maybe you should try this hair, skin and nail supplement, go to your doctor first and request a test that is for vitamin deficiency. Because if you're not deficient in any vitamins, then it's useless to take those hair, skin and nail supplements. And as I said, I've read a lot of things that are scientific documents that are in science journals that are made by peer-reviewed scientists that say if you take supplements when you have the right amount of that vitamin or mineral in your system, then your body's just going to pass it and it's not going to do any good to your body at all. And sometimes you can even accidentally overdose on some vitamins and minerals if you do take them when you're not supposed to. I know from getting my test done before I tried hair, skin and nail supplements that I didn't actually need those supplements. I just needed to take vitamin D because my body wasn't absorbing calcium because I wasn't eating too much of it because I'm lactose intolerant. So my doctor said take a calcium supplement and see what happens. And that didn't help my vitamin D levels, so now I'm on both calcium and vitamin D. And vitamin D is one thing that does affect hair and skin and nails. But I didn't actually need to take a silica or any of those other things that will go into those supplements. So that's one way of deciding if you need a hair, skin and nails supplement. And really only take a supplement if you've been told by your doctor that it's a good idea. Otherwise, it's probably just a waste of money. Another thing that I do to keep my hair nice is diet. I drink lots of water. I avoid very sugary things. I'm a diabetic, so sugar for me is medicine. So I eat things like egg white. I'm allergic to egg yolk, so a lot of these things I'm actually allergic to and I don't eat, but I will suggest them because they're high in fatty acids, which are good for your hair, and high in protein. So there's milks and milk products, lean, high protein meats like beef without a lot of fat in them, chicken, and so on and so forth. Fish, which are high in omega fatty acids, which help hair as well. Eggs, nuts, avocados, and legumes. So anything basically that is very, very high in protein will help your hair because, as I said before, your hair is made out of protein, and by consuming a lot of it, you're going to get very strong hair. Also, it'll help with your nails, and as you can see, mine are talons, and they're very strong. One of my friends has false nails, and when we tap on things because she likes tapping and making noise. My nails, which don't even have any nail polish or anything on them, make louder noises, and she thinks that they're stronger and that they're amazing and things like that, and I'm just like, eat more protein. Maybe it'll help. I also eat a lot of vegetables. A lot of the foods that I eat are whole foods and they come fresh. I'm also a celiac, so it is easier for me to buy fresh fruits and vegetables and fresh meats because a lot of the processed foods have gluten in them, which will make me really, really sick. And we don't want that. So make sure you get enough water, enough protein, eat fresh vegetables, do the healthy thing, and try and avoid stress where possible. And if you think you need supplements, make sure you consult a doctor first. So that is basically my entire hair care routine, and a little bit more just to add that sciencey bit to it and help people along the way. Also, with some people, I have heard that there's special hair laser treatments that you can get, and they actually work. Some people use things like Regain. I've heard that they've not worked for some people but work for others. It's just a matter of getting what works for you and sticking to it and making sure that you keep a routine that will maintain your hair, because your hair will lose and gain condition with your routine. It won't happen overnight, but you will see a difference if you stick to it. It's the same as skincare. Anyway, that's the end of my hair care routine. I'll probably make another video describing my skincare routine because that's another thing that my friends go, oh my gosh, why don't you have any blemishes, or what's up with that? You look like a teenager, and we know definitely you're not a teenager. So I'll probably be doing one of those soon too. So I'll catch you later. I'll probably braid my hair and go to bed. It's another thing you need, plenty of sleep. See ya!